Dillian the Body Snatcher right here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Now, in my pre-fight prediction and breakdown thoughts on Oleksandr Usyk versus Derek Chisora, what I thought would happen was that this was going to be skill versus bull. Like Chisora, as much as David Haye and everybody want to talk about how he's doing this, that and the other, I felt no, he's probably not. He's probably going to do the same thing, go in there and just try and swing for the fences and try and make it ugly and hard work for Usyk. And that's exactly what he'd done. And I think he pretty much spent his work in the first round, arguably the first two rounds. And for me, I had Chisora winning the first two rounds. I think Sky Sports, they didn't. But for me, I did. And Oleksandr Usyk from round number 3, he just seemed to show just pure skill and everything that we know. And all questions were asked or answered even from Oleksandr Usyk, can he mix it with a heavyweight? Which for me, I always felt was a bit weird. I mean, he's 6'3", and so, you know, he was taller and he's got like a bit of range on quite a few heavyweights, especially with Chisora. And Usyk carries some power. In fact, he hurt Chisora in round number 7, well, right at the end of round number 7, where a couple more seconds, there's a very good chance that Chisora would have been on the floor asleep. Thankfully, the bell came in. And I thought from round number 8 that Usyk's just going to jump on top of him. There's a good chance that Chisora is just going to go to sleep. And for some reason, it looked like Usyk almost let him off the hook. He didn't lose round 8, but he was almost just finding his rage again, just using his jab, throwing some body shots. But for me, I felt that Chisora, well, he gave everything that he possibly could. I know Haye and what have you kept talking about how Chisora is in the best condition that he's ever been in. No, he weren't. For me, the best condition that Derek Chisora has ever been in was the Dillian Whyte rematch. His gas tank wasn't there tonight. And him going right the way through to the end of the fight, I thought that was just pure heart and will. That's all that was. And Oleksandr Usyk showed everybody why he's a pound-for-pound fighter. And he's got this big man in Derek Chisora just swinging for the fences. And in some ways, I think Chisora maybe made it a little bit easier for Usyk than I think some other heavyweights would. I think that Usyk may struggle a little bit with some other heavyweights, such as a Joshua, a White, a Fury, and a couple of others like that. But I think that Usyk, he's shown that he can mix it with all of them. And you would not write off Oleksandr Usyk beating any of them, would you? Let's be honest, you just wouldn't. And he handled Chisora quite well. And it's almost like it was Matador versus Bull. And that's pretty much how it was. Chisora also was quite lucky, I felt, to escape round number 11 as well. Some massive shots were coming through. But when Chisora was just marching forward, just throwing big punches, none of them were ever going to get clean on Usyk. You know, Usyk, he's used to fighting cruiserweights, faster hands. So therefore, he's going to see the punches of Chisora coming, especially as Chisora is getting tired. So for me, I felt that Usyk was never in any kind of trouble. And he handled this fight quite well. For me, I think that Usyk won this fight 8 rounds to 4. Arguably 9-3. But, hey, as we always say with boxing, it is subjective. In fact, quite a few people online, as the fight's going on, had Chisora winning past the halfway point. Tony Bellew certainly did as well. But for me, I think that Oleksandr Usyk, he just showed that skill pays the bills. You can be big, strong, and all that kind of stuff. But when he's going in there and is wild with very little regard for defense, you're going to pay for it. And luckily for Chisora, in some ways, Usyk didn't capitalize and make him pay for it. But for me, I felt that Oleksandr Usyk is a rightful winner. And for me, he can show, or has showed, that he can mix it with the best. And I think that he could have got rid of Derek Chisora on numerous occasions in this fight. But he just didn't. I think he's almost holding back. I'm not too sure what it is. But for me, very good fight. Chisora, pure heart. Pure heart. Really was. So big up Derek Chisora. That is for sure. Anyway, drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.